Do you think you can play defensive back up at Cal if they need one?
Of course, they look pretty good to me. Everybody we play always looks really good to me.
If you see a receiver at corner, how does that change the game plan?
You know what? I don't really even notice. I just kind of worry about my guys. I know Sonny up there real well, and Tony and those guys, and they're really good football coaches, and they got good players. All I know is that they whooped our butt last year, and so they got a good feeling about playing us, and we've got to eliminate some of our self-imposed wounds and play with a little bit more consistency. We got a couple of young guys now. There being new starts for them in the old line. So, yeah, I got enough to worry about on my side of the table to worry about somebody else's side of the table.
Brett had probably one of his worst games last year against Cal. What did they kind of throw at him a little bit different?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I say Brett, I'm going to say Noel, Brett, Torian, Axe, everybody. They did a great job against us last year. They forced, just as you saw last week. It's hard to win football games when you turn the ball over. And I don't think it was an issue last year of us being able to move the football with just 6 turnovers. It don't matter who won. I could get you guys and 3 more guys and we wouldn't beat y'all. So I think football always comes down to the same major things. You got to block and tackle, and you got to protect the football. And so that's going to be important again this Saturday.
Can that just be credited to focus maybe last year, especially with the turnovers? I know Coach Moore was saying that there was kind of a lapse of focus that week and in the game.
Yeah, I mean, lack of focus, lack of execution, not doing our jobs at all spots. All it takes on offense is 10 guys can do it perfect. All it takes is one guy not to do what he's supposed to do, and it can make something good look something bad.
What did you notice more from the way that Perkins ran against the result?
I like how he plays. I like how he runs behind his pads. He's when you look at all our backs, they've all got their own different styles. Jordan's kind of a stop and cut guy and make you miss. I like the way Paul and Malcolm get behind their pads and lower their pads. They're more physical. And now we got Figgy coming back. So there's a guy that's got back to some quickness. So no, I was really happy with how Paul stepped up when Jordan went down and went in there and made a lot of good things happen for us.
That true freshman right side of the line, does that change what you can do offensively?
Yeah, we're just going to run left all day. No, just I got total confidence in those kids. They're going to have their learning curve, and there's going to be some things they miss. And I tell Brett that. I said, Brett, remember last year when you were first playing? It wasn't like you didn't make a few mistakes out there. And so, but both the kids are more than physically more than adequate to get the job done. It's just now, they're lucky they got Jake there. It's not very often you got 2 true freshmen on the same side. That's kind of unusual. But I feel good about both of them.
How did Philip do in the Utah game?
Excuse me?
How did Philip do in the Utah game?
He came in and did a really good job. He missed a couple things. And a lot of times it's not so much as them missing it physically, but just him and the communication between him and Alex, both of those guys getting on the same page. They're still on the green eggs and ham book right now. Dr. Zeus reading, and so they haven't progressed enough to see it. And what was a little bit tougher on them is that against Utah, I thought the defensive staff of Utah did a great job against us. Up to that point, they were a 10% blitz team, and so mostly everything we saw is stuff we hadn't seen on film or seen them do before. And so, I didn't do as good a job as I should have adjusting what my thinking was during the game. And I thought the kids, they did for what they were seeing. I thought they did a pretty solid job for us.
Do you expect Cal to blitz quite a bit, especially given
after last week I would, right? They're going to do it until you prove that they can't. And so, the old saying, right? Luckily we walked out there with a win. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? So, hopefully that experience has made us a better football team, a better offense.